What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for more of your World Junior Championship 2025 coverage. And this is the main event. This is the New Year's Eve special that everyone in Canada is watching right now. And I hope some people in the States, them casual NHL fans, probably don't even know where to find this game. Support your country, America. USA versus Canada, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the most important games of the tournament, even though it's not an elimination game, even though it's the last round robin game. It has obviously implications for who gets the best matchup in the quarterfinals. It has implications of who is on top in the round robin. Finland temporarily number one here, but we'll see how it shakes out, especially if the USA win in regulation and or overtime, as James Duffy was just highlighting there. But the boys are taking their steps on the ice now, and these are the big guns, man. These are the big guns. Now, I know Sweden's looked really good this tournament. Latvia has looked really good this tournament. But was it in the last 5 years, all the gold medals have gone to either the United States or Canada. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. Two of the biggest hockey nations, two of the juggernaut programs going head to head. Me being a Canadian living in the United States here, working on the Sota Pod with a bunch of Americans. I'm the lone wolf here. I don't have my Canadian flag handy because I just moved and everything's packed up, but I ain't wearing my Miracle USA hat for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The panel's teeing up this one. And I don't know if you guys heard, but Schaefer for Canada, you know how he ran into the net. I believe it was in the Latvia game. He had broken collarbone, they said. So he had surgery, but he is with the team here. He had successful surgery and he's doing okay. So this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to give a shout out to JVD Media, guys. For those who don't know, this is one of my homies on my second channel who watches MMA with us, mixed martial arts. We've made him a hockey fan. This tournament has made him a hockey fan, and he's over across the pond in the UK. It's 1 a.m. for him right now, and he is staying up to watch Canada versus USA. So guys, round of applause for JVD Media. Yo, what's up? I Eat Sand. Great to see you too, brother. Great to see you too. Personally, I think it'll be the US. Yes, vote in the poll question. Who scores first? 2024 Winter Classic. The Blues beat the Blackhawks. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Hockey from Home? Let's go, Canada. Smash that like button and subscribe. Shout out to RJ. Always showing support on the hockey side of things. Same with Hockey from Home here. We got Hockey from Home from every country, from every state and province. Let's go, Zeev Boyum. There's wild implications for this one too, guys, with Zeev Boyum here. Puck is about to drop. Let's freaking go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. The main event, Canada, USA. First period, puck drop. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The crowd is roaring here in Ottawa, the nation's capital. 1950, dude, it's roaring. This is crazy. I have the volume on low and all I can hear is the chant from the crowd. Not a fan of these Canadian jerseys, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll take the red. I'll take the red. Gotta go. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. I love the pod. Let's go, USA. Thank you so much. Bizot the Brave. Appreciate all the support you show the channel and the podcast. Have a great New Year's Eve. Our boy isn't even doing it. Maybe he got shut down. Canada can't bring this puck into the offensive zone. Here comes the States. Right side. Dump and chase. Canada goes back for it. Unable to get it, though. The Americans try to send it up center. But Canada slows things down. They send it up the left side. Cross ice pass in the neutral zone. A little behind Cowan, but Cowan sends it up. Right side. Centering pass to Cowan. Doesn't get it, but Canada still has it. Pinching is the blue line, looking for the backhand. And there's that first save. There's that first save First shot for Canada. Puck goes the length of the ice, and that's going to be icing. 4-2 Canada. So my prediction is 5-2 for the United States. I'm really hoping Canada wins hockey from home, but I think it's going to be 4-2 for the States throughout the third period, and they're going to pull the goalie. Canada's going to pull the goalie, and the States are going to score one more. That's my prediction based on how the States have been playing, based on how Canada's been playing. But you guys know I want nothing more than for Canada to win this. Even though I have money on the States, it's win-win, baby. Our boy, yeah, that's. I was gonna buy him a beer, but by the way, shout out to JVD Media too. Happy New Year! This is one of the best beers, one of my favorite beers in Minnesota. Shout out to Bad Weather Brewing Company, the Immortal Toast. It's a coffee-infused white stout. It's amazing. Scott, with the $5, I'm getting pub man for hockey, watching college football too, though still not sure if I'm going out tonight. Hey, well, we'll be here watching hockey for the next couple hours, so if you're staying in and watching sports, we'll be here, Scott. I'm catching up on sumo later today as well. After I'm finishing some work tonight, I'm going to celebrate with a drink at midnight, a stiffer drink than this, and we're going to watch some sumo. But anyways, let's turn our attention back to the hockey game. Thank you so much, Scott. Seriously, Canada coming up the right side for all the support. Canada trying to find someone at center, unable to get that shot off. Scott Young, by the way, guys, we'll get back to the game here. I got to give him a shout out. He's been supporting this channel and my second channel every single day throughout this tournament, every single day throughout this holiday season, and he gifted a bunch of memberships for this channel as well. So I just got to say thank you to Scott. Now we'll turn our attention back to the game, and I'll continue to give you shout-outs, Scott, because we really appreciate it, man. And I speak on behalf of everyone in the Sota Pod, the State of Hoppy, my partner in crime, the co-creator of this network. He who was on the last stream, who you were talking beer with. I mean, he expresses his thanks as well, which I'm sure he did on stream, but we were texting about you after. Happy New Year, buddy. 17:42 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, hockey from home. Canada up the left side with speed. Look for a backhand pass. Doesn't get through and actually scooped up by Augustine. And already some pushing and shoving, and we're 2 minutes in. One is light, one is dark. Actually, I really don't know the science behind this one, hockey from home, but it is an awesome, awesome beer. It's still very malty, just the color's a little different. Oh, it's so good. Shout out to Bad Weather Brewing in St. Paul. Sounds good, hockey from home. Thank you so much for supporting the channel as well. Happy New Year. The Immortal Toast. It was a toast to, I think, the brewer's father who passed away. 17:31. And they're going to redo the face-off here. By the way, if you guys are watching on X or Facebook, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. That's where our live chat is buzzing. That's where you can vote in the poll question. Who scores first? Let me know. Let me know. Look, I crashed out a little bit in the Latvia game. I promise I'll be on my best behavior for the it wasn't even that bad. But I will remain collected regardless of the outcome. 17:16 on the clock. The States pressuring Canada, battling for it in the right corner. The Americans have it. A chance in front of the net, but knocked off by Canada. Oh, nice little nifty move on the blue line for the Americans, but Canada pushes them outside their zone. Canada going to switch up their defenseman. Oliver Moore with speed, the Minnesota Golden Gopher. And that puck goes up, bounces up, and caught by the goalie. Man, he's got speed. And Carter George again in net for Canada. All right, we're going to have a face-off to the right of Connor George. We'll see. Oh, and no, to the left. Carter George, they're saying he won gold for Canada at the U18s earlier this year. 16:36, and Canada's going to ice it. All right, 16:35 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of just like the last game that we covered, the Czech Republic versus Sweden. Not a lot of flow yet. The start of these games have been a little bit choppy here in the last round robin game. Let me know your predictions, guys. Let me know your predictions. Let me know who you think scores first. 16:28 on the clock, and here comes the Americans. Left side, looking for someone in the slot, a shot, and that goes wide. Looks like Canada couldn't track that puck too. And here comes Canada. And again, it's so weird looking at the leaderboards and scoring and not seeing Canada even in the top 10. Whereas the Americans, Swedes, and Czechs actually are dominating. Hockey from Home saying Cowan to score first for Canada. And Canada, nice pass through the neutral zone. Left side, backhand. They're really trying to set up that backhand pass to center from the left side. The Americans send this puck out of their zone, but Canada's back to retrieve it. Canada on the right side. Canada sends this puck in deep behind the net. No way that's icing. I don't know about that, but all right. They didn't show the rebound, or they didn't show the replay, but that's okay. Czech Nectar is my interesting name from the beer challenge for you. Another one is Berry Banshee, which is a berry-flavored IPA. Czech Nectar is a Czech Pils. Ooh, I imagine it's like a honey Czech Pils. I do. I love West Coast IPAs. I love the hoppy stuff. Rink wide for Richie. Doesn't get the pass clean, and they're going to have to reset. And the neutral zone, the Americans get that back. And Canada trying to throw their body around. Escaping that hit was the American. Canada up the right side, evading their zone. Nice pass. Looking for the centering pass, and that was taken away by the Americans. Canada keeps the center ice. So far, Canada doing a good job of winning those neutral zone battles or not allowing the Americans to get near them. And a pass, centering pass. Canada unable to retrieve that, and here come the Americans. Hagens with speed. Hagens, no one there in front of him. Puck bounces around the net. 14:56 on the clock. And here comes Canada again. Right side. Canada was changing. He was all by himself. Oh, big hit by Canada. Nice. 14:39. Canada again on the right side. Going to have the dump and chase with this one. He does retrieve it, though. Sends it back to McKenna. McKenna on the right side tries to set up his line mate in front of the net, but misses it. And this puck's going to come outside of the American zone. Left side. Canada trying to get the possession back in the offensive zone. The puck comes back to center. Americans completing a change, but here comes Canada. Weaving. Gets his pocket picked. A lot of pressure here from Canada, especially when they're in the neutral zone. The States haven't really set up yet at all. McKenna trying to get it here, and puck trickles out, and this might be dangerous. Slot shot for the Americans, passing it, and doesn't get the pass. Maybe doing one too many moves there for the American. He might have had a lane if he just shot it. Man, the speed in this game is crazy, man. Just when the Canada brings into the United States zone around the net, States gets it. Puck already back in the neutral zone. They're fighting for it in the neutral zone right now. States battling to try to get over Canada's blue line. They end up just throwing it in deep. Bonk, the Canadian defenseman, number 5, sends this puck up to make a play, but that's stopped to the neutral zone by the Americans. Canada's still able to get it in deep, but the Americans get it, and now we got 2-on-2. Left side with speed. Drop pass by the Americans, and centering pass. Shot goes wide. 13:04 on the clock. Yeah, he's from Boise. You know what? I can't stand Penn State. I don't know anything about Boise, so go Boise. I love Idaho, though. They have a great ECHL team, which I am going to tell Skatesman I'm going to take him to the East Coast Hockey League team. I'm going to take him to his Idaho hockey team eventually. Skatesman and I are like friends outside the YouTube sphere too, Scott. We've actually met when he was in Minnesota last. Nice backhand for the Americans. Nice save. George leaves it for his defenseman, and they're breaking out on the right side. My goal is to get the Skatesmen into hockey. Idaho, bitch, Idaho. Oh. Sean never ceases to make me smile. I mean, Scott too. But Sean with his witty comments. No, I will check it out. I'm in need for some new music. I've just been jamming the blues tracks lately. Which again, we gotta find some programs where we can all sync up and have some jam sessions. I know Musical was talking about that too. 11:35 on the clock. Canada fires it right back in, and they're gonna change. You know, he always gives me recommendations, which is awesome. Every time Alphazetta comes in a stream, he gives me a new indie band to listen to. And players tied up here up against the bench. Cowan and Leonard tied up, and the ref is going to blow the whistle. We're going to go to a TV timeout with 11:17 on the clock. Just when I said this game didn't have a lot of flow to it, we get friggin' 5 to 6 minute stretch of no whistle. I don't think I heard that one. Big shout out to everybody joining us here, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We will be continuing to provide you coverage of the World Junior Championship, entire quarterfinals, entire semifinals, and of course the gold medal game, as well as the bronze medal game. Happy New Year, everybody, out west as well. Out east, we celebrated with all our friends out east last night, and today, literally an hour ago, we celebrated with JVD, who's out in the UK. The clock struck midnight, an hour and a half ago for him. Oh, this beer is just so amazing, man. Again, shout out to the Bad Weather Brewing Company in St. Paul, Minnesota. This is my favorite beer that they make. I mean, other than some of their like barrel-aged dark stouts, and then a coffee-infused white stout. It's just amazing. Freshly ground coffee pairs with chocolate and vanilla beans for an intense, rich flavor. It's roasty too, which I like. Made from a rediscovered recipe designed by our co-founder's father, Gray Carpenter. We now brew it in his memory. Raise your glass to him. Those gone but never forgotten. Man, that warms my heart. Offsetting minors, I believe, here. Yeah, offsetting minors for Leonard and Cowan. 11:13 on the clock. Canada's defenseman being pressured. What here? What do you say? What's up, Rude? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Canada, USA playing right now. Final round robin stage of their group. This is a big one, man. This is a big one. This is the main event of the evening, as we say. Two of the biggest hockey nations. Brothers, but also rivals. More so than anything else because it's not sweet, and I don't really like sweets hockey from home. Oh, and a nice steal by the Americans trying to get a pass up front. But Canada broke it up. Slowing things down is Canada. The forecheck from the Americans is awesome. Huge stretch pass from Canada. But that's going to be offside. A little bit of a late whistle there. I mean, I saw that offside before the ref. Took USA for a unit. Honestly, the way that Canada's been playing this tournament, most of the time I'm picking Canada to win most of their games, right? Canada hasn't been playing that great this tournament at all. And the US has been playing pretty good. Like that loss to Finland was very, very close. Could have gone either way. Went to overtime. Canada only beat Germany by 3. The Americans beat them, was it by 7? What's up, Hank? How you doing, buddy? 10:25 on the clock. And Canada tries to clear the puck. The Americans... Oh, what a hit by Canada. He absolutely flatlined his opponent. And a backhand by the States. Rebound. Canada gets it back. And here we come on the right side. Canada, 2-on-2. That backhand pass every single time to center. It's not working, boys. It's not working. And the Americans get it back here. Through center. Nice stick by Canada. Separates the man from his puck. Canada gets it back, sends it to the neutral zone, and both teams are going to finish their change. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, I heard it was a tough night for you last night. Hope you find peace, my man. Hope you're feeling better. 9 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. And Canada sends it in deep. They're going to dump and chase. Yeah, dude, Scott's the real MVP. Him and JVD are the new big hockey fans on the City Life Project. Shout out to Scott for the dono. Shout out to JVD as well. Appreciate you guys. And a nice save by Augustine on the American side. And we're going to have another TV timeout. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Vote in the poll question. Who do you think scores first in this one? 3 shots for Canada, 2 for the Americans. It is tight so far. Guys, if you're watching on Twitter and or Facebook, get your ass over to YouTube. Get your ass over to YouTube. 2 dislikes. Some Canadian fans didn't like the prediction. Who scores first? 60% say the US, 40% say Canada. I think the people disliking just thought that they could watch this game for free. Which, I mean, where's our Russian boy? Where's our Russian boy? Yeah, I'm not going in your streams anymore, Hank. I told you. Didn't even check on it. Happy New Year, Urban. All right, face off to the left of Augustine. The Americans win the face off. And the Americans get it back left side. Canada keeps it in the zone. Oh, and American player blocks the shot. Looks like he's in some discomfort. Canada has it. Right side. Shot. And that goes wide. Canada. Oh, they tried to send a cross crease pass. Just missed it. .8:05 on the clock. Sorry, guys. Producer texting me. 7 minutes and 43 seconds. And a shot by Hudson. Jeez, and a bad trip by Canada. The U.S. player went flying. Who was that? Dickinson getting the trip call. Sorry, I did a couple production notes behind the scenes, but we got those taken care of. Back to the live chat we go. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Thank you so much for dropping a like. All right. What's up, Gun Tone Granny? Good to see you. 7:40. Face-off to the right of George, and Canada wins the face-off, sending it up and around, but the States still have it. Left side, skating in. Back pass to Hudson. The Americans, like I said, on the power play. 1 minute 47 seconds on the clock. And Canada sends it the length of the ice. Americans got to regroup. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get back to chat here. 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Brody Zemer with it. Back to the blue line. Hudson. One-timer shot. Nice save by George. 1 minute 23 seconds on the clock. Hudson, another shot, and the U.S. score! They open up the scoring, ladies and gentlemen. When they're going like this to the audience. They're going like, plug in the ears. Plug in the ears. Shutting up the Canadian crowd. And dude, Freebird is an awesome goal song, I will say. Freebird is an awesome goal song for the Americans. Gotta love it. America. Honestly, that's the song from Team America World Police probably should have been the goal song. Hockey from home, you got Google. No, I'll get the box score up. Hockey from home. It's Hockey from watches these games and always asks me. That's what's funny. If you weren't watching, I wouldn't even hesitate to tell you Hockey from home. It was by Cole Hudson, Hockey from home, and he's had a tremendous tournament thus far. I will bring up the Hockey DB stat. Well, I say Hockey DB because like I am not a fan of elite prospects at all, and I refuse to give them any of my any traffic at all. So we'll check out the Hockey DB stats for all the players in between the periods. But the Americans open up the scoring, so we will change the poll question. 6:49 on the clock. And the Americans open things up. 57% said the States. You guys were right. You guys were right. 6 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. Canada, offside. USA. Hey, Americans watching, hit us up with the emojis in the live chat. Show your support for the boys. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna remain collected regardless of the outcome here tonight, win or lose for Canada. But I am 100% biased and rooting for the Rouge et Blanc, no blue. Fuck the Maple Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs. 6:22 on the clock. Always goes back to the Maple Leafs. Always go back to the Maple Leafs. Dickinson with a shot. Yeah, Hank, with how Donald wants it. It might be soon. It might be soon. And breaking off the pass. Were the Americans, oh man, the Americans buzzing right now. Whatever momentum Canada had in the opening 10 minutes where they were honestly skating circles around the Americans in their own zone and not allowing the Americans to set up in the Canada zone. It's gone. It's gone here. And we got some pushing and shoving. We got some pushing and shoving. Hands not necessarily throwing yet, but and Oliver Moore getting mixed up in it. McKenna with some words. This is going to be a heated one. This is going to be a heated one. I mean, it already is. All right, we're going to a TV timeout. Okay, I'm just adding a new poll question, then we'll get back to the focus play-by-play. We'll make it simple. Who do you think wins gold? Sweden, USA. Oh, I'll be cheeky. I'll be cheeky. I'll be cheeky. There we go. Who do you think wins gold? Sweden, USA, Czechia, or Latvia? Vote in the poll question. All right, TV timeout here, guys. 5 shots for the Americans, 5 shots for Canada. Come on, Ishi, you know you want to write. Oh, my inner Vancouver Canucks in me does. Canada's team. Soon. The Bilal Muhammad of hockey fans. What's up, Rude? How did I become a Wild fan? Long story short, when Dylan and I co-founded the Hockey Podcast Network, we filled in creators for every team except for Minnesota. And then, so I decided to do Minnesota. And that was like 5 or 6 years ago now. And I just kind of now have a rooting interest in the team. Fuck yeah. Happy New Year to those in China? Random. USA. All right, guys. Face off just outside the American zone. Shout out to Big Red. And the Americans win the face-off up the right side. Oh, and a nice hit by Connolly on the Canadian defenseman Price. Puck trickles up the left side, still battling for it in the corner. Yeah, but the Chinese New Year is different than our New Year, right? So they're not even celebrating New Year's right now. If we want to get technical, Hog from home. And that. But yes, shout out to everybody who's celebrating this evening. 5 minutes on the clock. Jets are my team. Yeah, you were saying that last night. I like the Jets. I like watching the Jets. They've been having a really good season. Yeah, it's in February. Shout out to the Lucky Money. 4 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Americans send this back in. George plays it to the left side. Great forecheck by the Americans. Pressuring Canada here, not giving them any space to make a play, but Canada dumps it, chasing. The Americans send it up the right side. Big hit by Canada. January. Solid season next year will be better. For what? For the what team? 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Dickinson with it on the left side. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Oh, for the Jets. Yeah, where are they right now in the standings? They started off the year really good. Oh, they're still first in the Central, and they're down 1 to the Colorado Avalanche right now. But yeah, they're still first in the Central. 27-10-1 on the season right now. Oh, wrong Jets, dude. This is a hockey stream. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, the only Jets we care about are the Winnipeg Jets, bro. Oh, that Jets. I don't even know what Jets you're talking about. All I know is the Winnipeg Jets. 4 minutes on the clock. I don't watch silly sports that don't allow fighting. It's probably one of those. 3 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. And, man, if the Canadian goalie didn't grab that puck, that would have been offside. That was a huge stretch pass for the Americans. 3 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. Canada has it. Instead of shooting, they drop pass, and the Americans saw that, blocked that shot. Here comes the U.S. on the left side. Oh, off the post. Leonard just ringed it off the post. The Canadians are so lucky there. We're just judging Canada because we think everybody watches hockey. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And most Americans don't even know that don't even know what a Winnipeg is. Hudson on the left side. Shot blocked by Canada. Oh, centering pass in. The States almost got that off. States peppering. Out of position. Without a goalie stick. Is George. But here comes Canada. Not quite on a breakaway. 1-on-2. Shot that actually went through the legs of the defenseman and hit the goaltender. What's up, Reaper Jones? Trenton just coughed up a puck and cost us a goal. Oh, no. I don't give a fuck about the Wild right now, boys. I'm not going to lie. This is Team USA, Team Canada right now. 2 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Minnesota fans are turning into Canadian market. It's sad, brother. It's sad. 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And the left side shot by Canada. Good to see you, by the way, Hot Takes. Hope you're having a good New Year's Eve. And the States pressure that puck out to center. 2 minutes left in the first period. You'd think it'd be more shots by the Americans. They just didn't get the puck on net in that last push they had a couple minutes ago. The U.S. is not only still holding, they're still holding up. They're having a great tournament. Most Canadians go to Florida during the winter. Are they called the Winnipeggers? Yes, which is hilarious now that I think about it. But yeah, Wild fans turning on the team is so Toronto Maple Leafs vibes that it's embarrassing. I have high hope, or I hold Wild fans to a very high regard, or I did anyways, as one of the smartest hockey markets out there. You guys are acting like Canadians right now. You're acting like Canadian hockey fans. Be better. Be better. You guys are better. It's embarrassing. 1 minute and 48 seconds on the clock. They deserve that. 1 minute and 42 seconds. Put down my TV on you, Winnipegger. Oh, the vocal minority on social media, but it's exhausting. 1 minute and 26 seconds on the clock. But me being the cheeky bastard I am, I'm going to comment on it. 1 minute and 16 seconds on the clock. And the Americans send it back down the Canadian zone. George is on it. Again, the pressure that the Americans put on the Canadians as soon as George grabs it, they're forcing the Canadians to make the plays they don't want to. Because early in the game, Canada was doing a good job ripping through the neutral zone, but Canada has on the right side here. The Americans not giving them any room to work up in front of the net. Canada left side, back to the blue line. Gibson couldn't take that with ease, tried to bank it. Couldn't get it. A centering pass broken off by the States. And here we go. 3-on-2 for the Americans. Right side bumbles. Fucks the shot. And here comes Canada. 32 seconds on the clock. Nice stick by the Americans poking that away. 27 seconds. Looking for a backhand pass. And nothing's going towards the net. 18 on the clock. Happy New Year, Reaper Jones. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the Ryzen show. Icing waved off. 5 seconds left. Canada with a big pass through the neutral zone. Can they get one more shot off? They get one more shot off, and that will do it for the first period. And more pushing and shoving. Oh, man. This is getting pretty heated here. Just drop the gloves already, boys. Just drop the gloves already. Yo, they might just at this point, I guess you can push and shove to a certain point before getting kicked out, because the IIHF will kick you out. So this is going to be offsetting minors, but oh man, just drop them. I don't care who the players are there. I don't care if it's a loss for Canada. Don't care if it's a loss for the States. Drop the freaking gloves, boys. Oh, I love this matchup. I love this. I don't think they're going to smoke them. I predicted a 5-2 victory for the States. Arguing. By the way, the NFL team, the Minnesota Vikings, are dominating the NFC North. They really are. They're making some games a little too tight sometimes, but they really are. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve, everybody. What are you up to tonight, Hot Takes? What do you got planned for this New Year's Eve? Besides bitching about the Wild. Hockey, when have I had time to post it? That is my question to you. What's going on with hockey from home? Oh yeah, you're still relatively new. You'll see. You'll see. I'm staying up till midnight. Nice. It will be up soon, Hockey. I just haven't had time to work on it because I've literally been streaming for the last few hours. Let's go. But it will be up after the stream, Hockey from Home. Both episodes will be up after the stream, I promise. It'll probably take an hour, for them to feed the feed. But they will be up. They will be up. Yeah, well, I told you on the last stream. So I don't know, what you thought would change. You know what I mean? Yeah, he doesn't know the Hockey from Home lore yet, but he will. He will soon. It's probably not going to be on YouTube. It'll only be audio. Okay, remember, I don't post anything on the YouTube channel. But the audio will be available tonight. The video, it's up to the... Again, I don't operate that channel, Hockey from Home, and you know this. That's why you ask me every time. This is why I'm rolling my eyes, because you know this. I was thinking about it. Hockey from Home ain't missing hearing how the U.S. is one-upping Canada, and they really are. They really are right now. Oh, you'll see. Just a very passionate fan. JVD, in my last house, I had to get bars on my window, but because Hockey from Home kept threatening to break into my house. So I actually got bars on the window, and I got a sponsorship from St. Paul Steel to provide the steel for the bars on the window too. So at least I got a little sponsorship out of it. Got the dual TV set up, watching the Shitty Wild and USA win. It's crazy how you turn on your team. It's so wild, dude. Not weird, wild. Again, you guys are really lowering yourself to Canadian hockey fans level. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, sir. And it's not just you, but you are the most negative one in our chat. You've given Swerve a run for his money. But that's your shtick, so I respect it. Changing it now would just be weird. No, I'm not kidding. JVD, if you go to the Discord and look at the pinned messages, you'll see some of the break-in threats. Not as embarrassing as Canada right now. That is
exactly that.
Sadly true. All right, let's take a look at the box score here at the end of the first period. Cole Hudson scoring the only goal for the Americans on the power play, assisted by Cole Iserman. And then just so much pushing and shoving at the end of the period. I really thought that they were going to drop the gloves. Bro, I'm from Vancouver. Enough said, dude. Enough said. All right. So not much to go over here. I would say the first, 5 to 10 minutes, not even 10, the first 5 to 7, 8 minutes, I would say Canada was pushing the pace a lot more. They were doing a very good job of just ripping through the neutral zone, controlling the neutral zone, and they were really trying to set up plays coming up the left side, backhand pass to that center lane to try to get that shot off. And they did that multiple times. Great saves by the United States. And once the States got on the power play and then scored that goal, it's like a switch hit. And that really gave them some fire. And Canada was just a step behind. They weren't able to be as dominant in the neutral zone. States are doing a really good job keeping possession in their own zone, and Canada was being pressured by the States every single time they tried to set up, either the defenseman or if the goalie went and retrieved the puck and tried to make a pass. They are just aggressive on the forecheck, and they're just as quick, just as big, and just as strong as Canada, skill-wise too. So, this is going to be a fun one. It's already fun. Hudson scored. Cole Hudson scored, and Cole Iserman with the assist. So Both Coles. Time to download Discord again, join City Life, and see the messages. Yeah, what I think the quote was, "I'm sorry for the shit talk. I'ma still break in your house though." 11:36 on the clock. Cole Kane. Shots 5-11 for Canada. You know what? You could have fooled me here. It really seemed like the Americans were pushing the pace a little bit more, but they weren't getting a lot of shots on net. And I said that last like sequence around like the 3-4 minute mark. But they've been pressuring the Canadians and not allowing them to escape their zone easily at all. God, it's just been such a good game. Such a good game so far. We're just watching some replays right now. Reminder, everybody, this is the last game today. Tomorrow, the boys have the day off for New Year's Day. January 2nd, we have the quarterfinals. We will have the relegation game between Kazakhstan and Germany, and I'm positive Germany's going to win that one, and they're going to stay in the tournament next year, which would be interesting to see who comes up next year. Would it be Austria? Oh, what's the other team? I don't think the UK is sniffing at World Juniors under U20 or like at the U20 level yet, but their men's program's getting better, which is cool. Sorry for the shit talk. I'll break into your house though. 2-1 end of a 1. Oh, for the Wild? At least they're up. I shouldn't say like I don't give a fuck about the Wilds right now. It's hard for me to double screen when I'm doing streams. I can double screen when I'm watching sports, but when I'm doing streams, it's like I'm already kind of double screening, reading chat, and calling the games. So even if I had the Wild game on, I just have I have a tab open with just all the NHL scores here. But even if I had it on, I honestly wouldn't be paying too much attention to it. I mean, maybe in the intermission here, but that's where we take your guys' comments. Do you have NHL Network? It's on NHL Network, William. If you don't have NHL Network, let me know and I'll help you out further. Hockey, please don't spam. No? Okay, here. You're in the States, William? If you're in the States, there's a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. There's your present. You can try this one too if you have a VPN. Yeah, I answer your question every time, Hawking from Home. When it's there, you will be notified. If I don't let you know, it's not there. Simple as that, Hawking from Home. Simple as that. I'm convinced NCAA is best way to go. So many stars coming out there recently. I would say in the last 3 to 5 years, definitely. Because yeah, in recent years, it's definitely and it's kind of always come in waves. Hot take, right? Like some years it will be hot, some years it will be a little slower. But you know what I love about that is you got to give credit to junior A and high school hockey for that, right? Junior A in Canada, high school hockey in a lot of the United States, right? Well, I guess the big three in the Boston area, Michigan as well as Minnesota. So credit to the junior A programs, credit to the high school programs as well, because they're the ones who are really feeding that college system. And junior A in Canada is starting to fade a little bit. But it's going to be interesting now, Hot Takes, when we see, with these new CHL and NCAA rules, how these patterns that we've seen before when the system was very cut and dry, I mean, the doors are blown wide open right now. So it's going to be interesting to see some new trends, developmental trends from a lot of these young players. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have a word from our sponsor. That's right, we got a sponsor on this stream. Shout out to 9 Mile Brewing, our friends in Bloomington, Minnesota. Awesome tap room, awesome beer, awesome people. They have great events, and like the space there is amazing. The space there is amazing. The people are amazing. The beer is amazing. And they have, like I said, so many events. They've had so many events with the holiday season and a lot more coming this winter. So go check them out. And we'll be right back on the other side for more USA Canada action live here on the Sota Pod. If you're watching on Twitter/X, if you're watching on Facebook, what are you doing with your life? Come over to YouTube, join our live chat here, vote in the poll question, like the stream. Let's get to 25 likes. That is the goal. Let's get to 25 likes on the video. Quick break. On the other side, we'll be back with more coverage of the World Juniors Championship here, 2025, Canada versus USA. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall. And now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, I mean, we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course.
We are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for more World Junior Championship 2025 coverage. That's right, it will be officially 2025 here in North America in just a few hours. Shout to everyone across the pond who's been joining us in our live chats, both on this channel and my second channel. Happy New Year's to you guys. Happy holidays. Glad to have you here. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. We will continue the World Junior coverage day after tomorrow. Quarterfinals. I don't know if we'll do the relegation game, but we'll do most of the quarterfinal games. Obviously, the semifinal games, gold medal game, and bronze. Let me know your predictions, guys. Vote in the poll question. Let's check on the poll question here. Yes, being a little cheeky, not adding Canada. And we got 21 likes on the video right now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's get to, did I say 20 or 25? Let's get to 25. Only 4 more to 25. Only 4 more to 25. Who do you think wins gold? Comment if not listed. Sweden, 17%. USA, 72%. Czechia, 0%. And I love whoever voted for Latvia. Thank you so much. 11% Latvia. 25. Let's go. There we go. All right, guys. Second period's about to start here shortly. US up by 1. They scored that on the power play. Look, really competitive game. Literally, they almost fought at the end of the period. You got to imagine there's going to be some offsetting minors for that. because like they were gloves dropping away from a full-on fight. I voted for Latvia. Yes, a vote for Latvia is like a vote for is this UFC in the City Life chats. But like, it's tongue-in-cheek fun, but at the same time, it's like, bro, Latvia has been good in this tournament. I would say they've been more impressive than Slovakia. Is that a hot take? What do you guys think, chat? Is that a hot take? How's that going to get across the border? We're going to see a fight by the end of it. We might. All right, guys. I'm a little nervous, but Canada's only down by one. I think discipline is going to come into factor here soon. We saw the Czechs just get way too frustrated, as well as just like too many delay of game calls. They had two, one in the first period, one in the second, which was crazy. But I think the Czechs ended up getting like eight or nine penalties in that game. And though I think they only got scored on twice on the power play, they just never had an opportunity to catch up in this game. Now, Canada's only taken one, is out shooting the Americans, started off the period well, so we'll see who comes out of the gate with more speed, more urgency, more pressure, and let's see if both teams can remain disciplined as this game goes on, at least during play. After play, go to town, boys. Go to town. Nice hockey from home, yeah. And like I said, I appreciate the sentiment. I will let you know. Again, it just seemed like Canada had more, or it seemed like the Americans had more shots. Not necessarily more shots than Canada, but just more shots in general. I don't know if William left or not, but hopefully you found what you were looking for, William. Hopefully you found what you were looking for. PO boxes are expensive. Yeah, we're trying to get one going in Canada, so that like the co-creator of the channel and one of the guys who runs some stuff behind the scenes, he can deal with all that stuff. But I think I even talked about it on stream last night. He's been super busy. Hudson waving and smiling to the camera. He's been super busy, a lot of life stuff going on, so I'm not really bugging him for much right now until he's ready. Hey, let's go, William. Thank you. Hey, William, drop a subscribe, drop a like. Really appreciate it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Period 2. 19:53 on the clock. 19:14. In Canada, pressuring the Americans, keeping that puck in the offensive zone. Nice hit by Canada. Puck comes loose, and then Canada is unable to hold on to it. And here come the Americans. Oh, thank you, William. Appreciate it. Creeper, if you go to the City Life community tab, there should be a link there for you. You can see it now that you're a member of City Life. So if you go on the City Life community tab, there should be a link there, and it's a membership post. It says join the Discord. You should be able to click that. If it doesn't work, let me know. I'll post a new one. 1906, the link expires like after a week. 1902. And Canada chips it into the American zone. Body check by Canada. Canada sends it up again into the American zone, trying to get possession, though, to set something up, and they're unable to do so. And icing on the Americans. I know hockey from home, but again, It's out of my control. I refuse for you to make me feel bad anymore. Okay? I will let you know. That's all I can say. I will let you know. I will let you know. Appreciate the sentiment. Appreciate the generosity. When we get it going, like I said, you're the first to hear about it. But let's please keep the focus on this game. 18:33 on the clock. And a shot from the blue line that goes wide. And Ryan Leonard brings it in. And McKenna comes up 2-on-2 and with some speed and unable to get the shot on net. Peace. I'm out. Another shot by Canada. That doesn't get through. Back to the blue line. He's able to keep it in. Shot through center and a nice save. Beautiful save for the Americans. And we're going to get a face-off to the left of Augustine. I'm too old. It took me a minute to figure it out. It's pretty simple once you're in there. I mean, we don't have too many like sub-threads and things like that. But yeah, if you've never used it, obviously there's like a little bit of a learning curve. And it's not like we have like hundreds and hundreds of people in it. I think we're like nearing like 80 or so. And most of like the main people who you see in the chats are like the ones who are the most chatty and sharing the most stuff in there too. And the Americans send this one in. Canada kind of loses it there for a moment. Upon George handing the puck off. Canada can't get through the neutral zone. Puck comes right back into their zone. The defenders have to move it up again. Great job by the Americans plugging up all the passing lanes for Canada. Canada comes up center. Right side. Shot from the top of the circle. Nice pad save by Augustine. 17-21. And good job by the Americans getting that puck into the zone. Again, a really aggressive forecheck by USA here. And Canada tried to go between the legs, unable to get past his man. And Canada able to keep it in after a big hit. Canada sends it deep. Backhand pass the center. That didn't get there. And the puck trickles into the neutral zone. Skating back to retrieve it is Canada. But the U.S. are coming. The U.S. are coming. Some urgency. Canada rings it around the boards. They have it at center. Lucky a man was there. 2-on-2. Here comes Canada with some speed. Shot. Tough angle. Still has it. And a nice job by Team USA. Canada still has it here. They got in. Well, nice job by Team USA being able to separate the man from the puck in the neutral zone. Canada repossessed it in their own zone and were able to bring it up the left side of the wall. They're in the States zone right now, but a nice stick by the Americans as they poked that puck. And that goes all the way back to Canada's zone. Price with a nice cross ice pass through the neutral zone. They send that one in and they're going to finish a change. 16 on the clock. Guys, if you're watching on Twitter/X, come over to YouTube. Join our live chat here. I got 15:40 on the clock. I'm probably a little bit behind you, Guntone Granny. 15:44 and a shot from the blue line. Hudson with it, weaving, can't get a shot through, bouncing puck. Nice blocker save by George. States will have it. Fired the one-timer from center. Up the left side, Canada. Cowan, backhand pass. Nice little move by Richie. Richie tried to go 5-0. Beautiful save by Augustine. Damn, Canada finally finding a rhythm here. Woo. You can definitely see there's some skill. They're finally a little bit more in sync than they have been throughout this tournament. But like both teams playing an excellent game here. Both teams playing an excellent game. I thought this would be a little bit more high scoring, but I mean, I guess there's time. There's time, but 15 shots to 16 for Canada right now. Augustine doing a great job, especially in the last 3 to 5 minutes. Canada keeping it in the American zone. Trying to just send it around the net. Canada with the big check. Canada shot from the blue line. Nice save by Augustine. Good job by the Americans. Tough checking here in the corner. Puck trickles up and around. And we're going to have a delayed penalty on the U.S. And Canada is going to go on the power play for the first time in this game. And the crowd goes wild. And the crowd goes wild. Holding? Sure. I'm not even being biased. Like, fine. Not the... I'm not going to say weak call, but it wasn't that blatant. It wasn't that... it wasn't that bad. And here we go. Canada going to get some time on the power play. 14:46. And the U.S. wins the faceoff. Good job by the Americans. Sending it down the length of the ice. Great job by Team USA plugging up that neutral zone, but a nice drop pass, and here comes Canada. They're setting up right side. Canada doesn't like what they see there. Looking for a centering pass, and a nice job by the Americans again clogging up those lanes. This time 4-on-5. Richie has it left side. Tried to feed a centering pass. Doesn't get it, but the Americans can't get it out of their zone. Canada back to center. Beautiful back pass and shot from the left circle. That goes wide. 1 minute and 12 seconds. Feeding shot to the left side, and a great job by the Americans getting in that passing lane. And here the Americans and Canada will change. 1 minute on the clock. Canada with another opportunity. 13:42. Dickinson back to the blue line. Here comes Canada. Shot. Oh, and the bank. Oh, the shot was wide and banking off the backboard. Almost hit the back of the pad of Augustine. Just missed it. 39 seconds left in this power play for Canada. 13:23 on the clock for the period. And great job by the Americans picking the pocket of Canada, sending this puck the length of the ice. $13:05. Jäger on the right side. Oh, centering pass. Beautiful save by Augustine, but the puck is still alive. And finally a whistle as Augustine closes up those legs, and the puck was right between his pads, ladies and gentlemen. 8 seconds left on the power play for Canada. They'll have one more face-off up a man. One more face-off up a man, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, great job getting that left. Oh my God, it was right under the skate, man. It was right under the skate. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, and McKenna sent that one wide. 3 likes away, guys. 3 likes away from our like. Oh, Spurgeon's hurt. Oh no, does it seem serious? And a wrist shot from the blue line. Canada trying to dig at it, and the U.S. kill off the power play. Shots 18-5 in favor of Canada. The Americans come up the left side. Send that puck around. Oh, no. Fuck, that sucks. He just can't catch a break. 12:22. And somehow, Twitter Wild fans are going to find a reason to hate him. 12:15 on the clock. Fucking Slewfoot. Glad they called the major, but that sucks. Poor guy. I hope he recovers soon, but man, that's nasty. Spurge held off the ice, putting no weight on his right leg. Man, I feel bad for him, especially the comeback that he had this season and how great he has been playing. It's sad, man. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. He has been great all season. Gabe Perreault to Haggins. The Americans doing a great job here. And a shot, tough angle shot. 13-35. Here comes Canada. Cross ice pass. Now it's picked apart by the Americans. 2-on-2. Nice feeding save and a great save by no goal. So the first shot was saved by George. The rebound knocked down by a high stick. It went in the net, but the ref called it off immediately. Whew. Close call indeed. So that rebound went up and over, and yeah, clear high stick. The Americans aren't even disputing it. Wow. All right, back to commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. TV timeout here. Great job of the Americans killing off that penalty. I mean, Canada, some good opportunities. Augustine playing very, very well. 21 shots to 6 in favor of Canada right now. Yeah, each of them. Each of them looking good in the penalty kill. Well, Canada gave up 1. Face-offs, pretty even thus far. The Americans 13-9. The Americans just seem more dangerous. Like, look, Canada has been, the skill is there. The skill is always there. There's some nasty, like, no-look passes and nice shots, like, through the legs. Some bursts of speed to try to set up the play or just to rush the net. All that's there. Yet, the Americans still seem like the more dangerous team. If you haven't already, guys, let me know your goal predictions. Let me know your score predictions for this one. 11:08 on the clock, and there's another chance by Canada. Great save. Another shot from outside the circle. And here comes the Americans. Up through the neutral zone. Tried to send this one just at the net. Blocked by Canada. Canada has it right side. Canada, long pass up center. Couldn't hold on to it, and the Americans get back to center ice. They play that up, but Canada's defensemen grab it. Trennan gets a 2-minute minor for shoving the guy after hurting his captain. What a joke. Dude, this league is a joke. The NHL is a joke, I'm telling you. We all got to just start watching the LNAH. 10:30 on the clock, and is this going to be a call on something? The Jets score. We'll go Winnipeg. And a penalty coming to Canada. Okay, so someone did knock the goalie down. Because there was an opportunity for Canada there, then a lot of bodies in front of the net, then the puck went the distance, so I didn't know if they called that for icing. Oh, it's a penalty because Canada with the cheeky play shot. Oh my goodness, that's honestly, I'm not even mad. So what? The Canada got the penalty because the goalie stick. The goalie dropped the stick. Augustine dropped the stick, and Rekop for Canada just launched the stick, shot that stick up the ice intentionally, and you get a penalty for that. But yeah, the NHL is a joke, dude. We got to start normalizing the LNAH and EIHL. Those are real hockey leagues. NHL is basically just the QMJHL at this point. And Canada, the Canadian crowd chanting, "Ref, you suck." In the NHL, is that a penalty? If you intentionally knock the goalie stick away? And Canada ends up clearing this. The States are on the power play, 1 minute, 51 seconds on the clock. 10 minutes remain in this second period. And here comes Yves Bouillon. He's been pretty quiet tonight. But hey, doing his job on defense. Defense first, right? This is where he shines. Bouillon back up. Nice tic-tac-toe play at center. And a beautiful save by George. That was a beautiful pass from behind the net to the center slot, and George with the great save. All right, we're going to get another whistle here in the Canadian zone. One minute 29 remain on the penalty. Trennan was throwing some, to be fair, Trennan was throwing some bombs. Can we get a run emoji? Hit up with the run emojis in the live chat. 1 minute 21 seconds on the clock. Yes, knocking away his opponent's stick is interference. That's what I figured. Well, at least they get to see the young man play. But under terrible circumstances. 9 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. The stage is trying to regain the Canadian zone up the right side. And Nelson falls for the Americans, and Canada tries to bounce on that puck, and puck goes up and out of play. $52 seconds remain in the Americans' power play. Oof, your chick just hasn't been doing that well in the AHL right now. Eh? But I guess, man, just the baby Iowa or baby Wild haven't been doing well this year anyways. So. No, not run. Are you in? Oh, RUN emoji. I'll see in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it open. Nice pass on the left side for the Americans. Drops it back to the blue line center. And he was actually trying to pass that to the right side, but Canada getting in that lane. Yo, props again to JVD for staying up watching this game. It's hella early where you're at now, like 2:30 a.m. 8:44 on the clock. And Cole Hudson, rink wide. Doesn't get the shot off, but outside center slot. That goes right and wide. Final seconds in the power play for the Americans. Zemer, pass the left shot, backhand pass to Hudson. Hudson shoots again right and wide. 5-on-5. And one of the Canadian defensemen is without a stick. Taste of his own medicine as the American, by accident, kicked that stick away. And honestly, I don't blame him. If I was the American player, I would have done the same thing. 8 minutes on the clock. Cole Eiserman coming up the left side. Shot. And when Cole Eiserman shoots, you better get in that shooting lane. 7:55. Oh, yeah. Fucking shit. I just opened the Discord. Oh, and what an opportunity by the Americans. Great save by George. Yeah, I remember that. I will never forgive Patty the Fatty or Denial for that. Wait, JVD, did you hit up the... Here, JVD, try this. Try this. JVD, read chat. And just and let me know if either or. 6.6 doesn't work in the United States without a VPN, but the other one should be fine. All right. TV timeout here, guys. TV timeout. This is a close one. I said a 5-2 victory for the States. Only 1-0. Man. It's been a really, really good game. It's been a good game. Back and forth, physical. I mean, amazing passing plays by both of these teams. It's been a good one, guys. It's been a good one. I'm nervous as hell as a Canadian fan, but it's been an awesome game. Can't ask for anything more. Can't ask for anything more. Face off to the right of George in the Canadian zone. Canada wins the face off. And Canada up the left side. And that's going to be icing. Touch that puck before he hits center. Oh my God, Cole Eiserman's pregame stretches and I don't know what he's doing there. Ritual is hilarious. Seven minutes and 25 seconds remain in this period, guys. Shots 24-9 for Canada. But the only stat that matters is that the Americans lead 1-0. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Back-to-back goals for the Wild, up 3-1. That's good. That's good. And a penalty on Canada here as the States are in the offensive zone. Americans looking for a shot. Didn't get through. Rebound. Canada touches it. And the Americans are going to go right back to the power play. And it's Rekop again. (24-0). Good old Canadian management. How did Gibson and Rekroff make this team embarrassing? I don't know what they were looking at in camp, right? They were clearly looking for something in camp. And it's crazy that like Matthew Wood, it's crazy that Yakinchuk, like there's a few guys that Riley Height. Yeah, like I said, I'm a proud Canadian. And as a proud Canadian, I say fuck Hockey Canada for how they build U20 teams recently and everything that they've allowed to occur under their noses. 6:57 on the clock. And a nice shot by the Americans. We have another save. I'm starting to become... It's a 1-0 game and I'm scared, boys. It's a 1-0 game and I'm scared. But I mean, hot takes. If Canada loses in the quarters this year, like you have to imagine that like whoever is putting this team together is going to get fired because there's no excuse not even getting to the gold medal game or at least bronze 2 years in a row, right? And a nice job by Canada getting that puck down the ice. They're going to kill off a little bit more time on this power play. He was one of the last cuts in camp. 6 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. And he was on the team last year. So maybe you saw the last year's roster. But if it's this year, I don't know. Maybe they just left like some of the last cuts on there. I'm not sure. Oh, and a nice shot. Puck goes a little wide. Hagen's tried to get it at center. Oh my God, the American just picked the Canadian's pocket and he's going to reset back. Boyum shot at center, blocked. And a save by George there, poking that puck out, but Zeev Boyum still has it at the blue line, up the left side, shot, and that goes wide. 5 minutes and 52 seconds remain in the second period. 42 seconds on the power play for the Americans. One last rush here, and here comes the Minnesota Wild, highly touted prospect, Zeev Boyum. Hey, let's go Wild. Brody Zemer fighting for it in the corner. And a great job by Canada clearing that puck yet again. Well, at least they're like playing with some urgency here, now that they're urgency, aggression, and hopefully some passion now that their captain went down. I love Spurgeon, man, and it sucks to see him hurt again. And a nice single effort opportunity by the Americans, and George with an amazing save, keeping Canada within one. Hudson with the shot, that goes wide. And that's going to go up and out of play. We're going to have another face-off, ladies and gentlemen. 3 shots on the power play for the Americans, 24 shots to 9 still for Canada. It got called off. Damn. Wait, so it didn't get called off? Hot Take is saying it's cap that it was called off. And what the fuck does capper even mean? Isn't that like a betting term? I can't keep track with the kids' sayings these days. I just learned what crash out meant. Liar? Okay. Well, so Hot Takes just confused me now, dude. Because he said that it got called off and that's a lie? I'm confused. Okay, almost complete the first half of Rise in 49. What fight are you on? There was only like one. I don't even want to say it was a stinker. I don't want to ruin it for you. There was only one fight that was like not crazy exciting, but it was still impressive. Other than that, the card was awesome and near flawless, Reaper Jones. Oh, okay. Now it all makes sense. Stop the cap. Oh, okay. I don't know what capper means, but it's 3-2. Again, that Cena fight was amazing. They didn't score any 4 goals unless my stream's far behind. We said it got called back. So anyways. 4 minutes and 49 seconds. I love Mike Johnson on the color commentary, but he wants Canada to win this. John Cena? So memorable. Sean Koskov last night in Rise, and one of the boxers ended up punching the ref 3 times, and the ref just let him fight after. It was crazy. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Here comes McKenna and the Canadians. Tried to land a centering pass. Shot. Beautiful save by Augustine. Augustine with another save. Canada trying to keep this puck in, but here comes the Americans through the neutral zone. Herzog would never. Dude, he would have knocked Herzog out. That big Japanese, that Japanese ref was a big boy. Herzog would have been sent to the moon like Bacoli's last victim. 4 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. My new resolution is to get a year's subscription to UFC Fight Pass. Dude, it's worth it. It's worth it. No, JVD. In the UK, it's not worth it. In the United States, it's worth it. It's different by region, JVD. No. He's in the UK, Reaper. Don't listen to him. In the States, it's 100% worth it. It's even more worth it in the States than it is in Canada. You get so many more promotions, and you get access to so much more shit in the United States for the same price. The only thing you get extra in Canada is you get the prelims that aren't on ESPN Plus. You get them on Fight Pass. Yeah, we get the cards included in our sports channel. Yeah, so a lot of the time, they're on Fight Pass, so they're posted on Fight Pass quicker. I just know it's different because I've had both. I've had Canada's and I've had the States. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. So it's pretty much free. Shout out to BT Sports. Yeah. 3 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. And looks like we're going to have another penalty here. Who's this one going to be on? Canada again with the penalty. They're getting frustrated here now. And Dickinson does not like this call. Holding call. Canada's saying, fuck off. That's embarrassing. So yeah, Canada had a good rush in the first 10 minutes, just like in the first period, but now getting a little frustrated. And yeah, holding. Honestly, I just think the ref was a little butthurt because he got tackled there at the blue line. I mean, I don't hate the call, but like I think the ref was just a little butthurt that he got hit at the blue line. 3 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock, and momentum back in the United States' favor. Shot by Perreault. That goes wide. Hagens in with a shot. That didn't get to the net. Blocked by Canada. Right side. Bouillon. Left side of the circle. Shot. Puck up in the air. Great save by George. George didn't even know where it was, but the puck's going down the length of the ice, and that goes back into the American zone. Canada with a quick change. The Americans up through the neutral zone. They send it around the net. George just flings this across the glass. And somebody touched the puck, so they're going to get a face-off. Brodin shot from the point. It went in, but I think they said a kick maybe. I don't have the sound on, so I'm not sure why it didn't count. I appreciate the updates, guys. I know I was joking. I was like, I don't give a fuck about the Wild right now. I'm very much focused on this game, but I appreciate the updates. I really do. Damn, I haven't heard many penalties than NFL and college ball combined. Yeah, the last game had a lot of penalties. Czech took 9 penalties in that game. They shot themselves in the foot. It was a very even, competitive game like this one, and the Czechs just kept losing time to catch up versus getting scored on the penalty every single time. Because I think they only give up 2 penalty or 2 shorthand goals. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Americans drop back to Hudson. Hudson pass to the right side. Nice job by Canada. Knocking that out again. The Americans have only really had 1 chance on this power play. They come up the left side, send that puck around, and Canada aids that puck and sends it down the ice. 30 seconds on the clock. Do the Americans have another rush in them? Hudson, drop pass again. Lead pass to the left side. 2-on-1 in Canada. Nice stick. They poke that puck away, but it goes back to the blue line. Back up the left side. Conley tried to go for the cross-ice pass. Doesn't get through, but the Americans still have possession. Blue line slot shot. And that goes behind the net and unable to control the puck in front of it at the right circle where the Americans, and here comes Canada. Penalty killed. Canada, left side. Look for someone in center. Shot. What a save by Augustine. Puck still alive. Puck still alive. Here comes Canada. Left side shot. That goes and hits a body. And the American power play unit's still on the ice, and Canada's trying not to allow them to get a change. Cowan, left side shot. Sharp angle. That goes around. The Americans have it. 3-on-2. USA. Beautiful pass. Shot. George makes a save, coughs up the rebound. Canada has it in the corner. Left side. Cowan. Can't get past the Americans. What a period. 38 seconds on the clock. And a pass at center, and the Americans can't capitalize on it. I will say Canada's defense is looking pretty good. They're unable to score. They're unable to stay disciplined, but their defense is good at least. 23 seconds. Big shout out to everybody watching here. If you're watching on X or Facebook, get your ass over to YouTube and join our live chat. 15 seconds on the clock. And we're going to have a whistle as this puck went up into the netting, and we'll have a whistle to the right of Augustine. So Canada, 1 more opportunity to tie things up in the second period. It's still a very close game, guys. It's still a very close game. The Americans coming back in shots, but I mean, 2 back-to-back penalties surely will help with that. Oh, man. 13 seconds. The Americans win the faceoff and send this up the right side. 7 seconds. One more shot that goes up and wide. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. Final shot blocked. And some more pushing and shoving. The refs are saying, enough, boys. And after 40 minutes of play, it is still 1-0 for the Americans. Oh, man. Low-scoring game, which I didn't expect. Guess who's back? Not insanely surprised given how good both of these teams are, but based on how both these teams have been scoring, based on how Canada has been, letting in goals against lesser teams, I'd figured the Americans would capitalize on a few more. Canada has the skills, so they should be able to put one in the net. I mean, I know they had issues against friggin' Latvia, but their goalie was, that was just like some black magic shit. Sorry, some purple magic shit. Go Canada. This has been a tight one, Hockey from Home. This has been a tight one. Because Canada's playing pretty undisciplined, Hockey from Home. Because Canada's playing pretty undisciplined. I wouldn't say that all the calls have been weak. I don't think that they've been necessarily like the strongest calls, but I wouldn't argue against them. I don't think there's any like bias or anything. That's not why I'm saying that. It's just IIHF. It's just IIHF. 3-3 Wild going on the power play. So, looks like we're going to get offsetting minors again. Or no, Leonard's going to get a roughing call. It looks like Canada might start the third period on the power play as I just open up here. I'll bring it up on screen right now. Let's go over the box score here. Let's go over the box score here. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue our World Junior coverage throughout the next round, throughout the quarterfinals, throughout the semifinals, and, of course, the medal games. So, yeah, 2 minutes for roughing. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what happened there. 2 minutes for roughing for Ryan Leonard. As I said, they didn't show Canadian getting a penalty here, so I'm not sure if it's an offsetting minor or if Leonard was the one who initiated that little scrum at the end and the pushing and shoving, and they're going to give him a penalty for it. I guess we'll find out. But Sam Dickinson got a holding call, Hockey from Home. Carson Redkop with a tripping. Carson Redkop for the interference. This one was pretty. The tripping one was, but this one was clear. This one was clear. And the penalties for the Americans: Logan Hensler, Drew Fortescue. These were offsetting Cole Bedouin. These are offsetting Pinella and Zeev Buyam. And then obviously the goal for Cole Hudson in the first period. So it's interesting because there's a lot of action, but there's not a lot of offense. There's not a lot of goals. This crowd is hyped. They're still continuing to show support, which is good. I never watched much of it. I know the fight meme though. I have younger siblings, JVD, so I think they watched it. But yeah, I don't know. I watched more movies when I was in high school and college, and I think I'm a little bit older than you. I didn't watch much of I didn't watch much TV, and if I did, it was Breaking Bad when it just came out, or I guess Weeds had just came out, or maybe Weeds was halfway through. And it's not like I just watched drug shows. It's just those are the two that came to mind. What was that? What was another show that I watched in high school a lot? Suits. No, I guess Suits was first year college for me. Actually, no, that was grade 12. Goated show plus Carly fights like shots. See, I know that meme. But yeah, I didn't watch much. Was it Disney or Family? I don't know what channel is in the UK for you guys, but in Canada it was called Family, and then in the States I think it was called Disney. 4-3 wild goal. Let's go. Yeah, this is all good Hog from home, all good. This is I just used the IIHF. Hockey Loves the Office. And also I watched a stupid amount of Trailer Park Boys and Kenny versus Spenny. JVD, do you watch Kenny versus Spenny? That is the great. If Hoppy is watching right now, he's rolling his eyes. It's the greatest Canadian show. The only reason I have those weeboo ass plushies because I wanted to support the boys. Kenny versus Spenny is the greatest show on the planet. Hartman needs to go. Didn't the Wild just score? Nickelodeon got it. Didn't the Wild just score? By the way, the BJJ fighter student deactivated Insta, so I don't think you can get him on, but that's okay. So yeah, that's all. I mean, Breno Demire. I hope he's okay. I love Zach and Cody's Sweet Life on Deck and Wizards of Waverly Place. So I'm familiar with all those names, but I just didn't watch any of those shows. Never seen it. Only Canadian show I could bear was that Hick Trash one. Can relate. The Trailer Park Boys, dude. Kenny versus Spenny. Trailer Park Boys is awesome. I think this show's better, and all the episodes are on YouTube. I'm gonna send them to you right now. You will love this show. Given your humor and what I've gotten to know about, I'm laughing already. I mean, you should watch it quick because YouTube keeps shutting down the guy's channel because the show is, well, you'll see, brother. That's all I'm going to say is you will see. I think the first 2 seasons are on here, but honestly, just you don't have to watch it in order. It's not that type of show. No. Dude, season 2 is when it got better. No, season 2, 3, and 4 were the best seasons. Season 2, 3, and 4 were the best seasons. The first season, it was good. It was first season is more of a cult classic because it was I think they filmed the whole season with a stupidly low budget. They finally got some funding and it was still low budget, but no, I would say 2, 3, and 4. The Hash Driveway season is the best. The Hash Drive, and I think that's 4 or 5 when Bubbles burns down, or when Ricky burns down his dad's trailer. But they still have the Hash Driveway. That is and I think that's season 4, maybe even 5. So that's later. When Netflix picked it up, it fell off. But we're talking you were probably still in elementary school. We're talking 2001, 2 Trailer Park Boys, right? Because I think the pilot came out in 98 and it was a short film. But yeah, the Netflix ones are, but the original, that Tardy guy wasn't really appealing to me. I don't know who the Tardy guy is. Leahy, the drunk guy? Fair enough. Leahy's one of my favorite characters, but and again, Trailer Park Boys isn't for everyone. I'm not going to sit here and be oh, you have to be a Trailer Park Boys fan because it's great. I like it. I think it's awesome. Maybe it's because I'm from Canada. I don't know. Kenny vs. Spenny, the show. Oh, Bubbles? See, for me, Bubbles was never the focus. I would say Leahy was way more the focus. The drunk supervisor, the gay drunk supervisor. This show, there's some Canadian references, but this show, Matt and Trey from Trailer Park, or Matt and Trey from South Park actually helped produce Kenny vs. Spenny. Season 1, they were just getting their footing, kind of like Simpsons season 1. Yeah. And if anything, I thought, and this is just where we just agree to disagree. I thought Bubbles' character got way better after the first season. Yo, Bobby, get the fuck off YouTube, or get the fuck off Twitter and come over to YouTube. Good to see you guys. Go check out 50 Shades of Boucher podcast. I've had the pleasure of being on that podcast a few times. I watched Trailer Park Boys until Randy had black pants. Used to watch it, stoned out of my mind. And it never fully made sense. That's the beauty of it. Yo, Bobby, come over to YouTube. Drop a like here. Are you watching the game right now, Bobby? This is one of my friends in Minnesota, guys. Great podcast. Nathan McKinnon in Trailer Park Boys was hilarious. There were a few good episodes from the Netflix era. But for the most part, Maybe I just personally would have used bubbles more sparingly. No, fair enough. Watch Kenny versus Spenny, dude. It's two guys in their 40s who live in a house for a week, do a competition, and whoever loses the competition has to do a humiliation on national TV. One guy is a crazy narcissist who cheats every single time. The other guy thinks he's like some self-righteous dude, but he's actually the biggest lol cow in Canada. It's amazing. I haven't even watched it yet. I haven't had time. That's the thing. Like even tonight, I gotta edit some podcasts. I gotta do some work stuff. So I don't even think I'll get to watch it until probably next weekend. Kenny versus Spenny 20-minute episodes. You can watch them on YouTube. You're gonna love it. I would say start with who can drink the most beer, who can blow the biggest fart, who can be obese the longest, who do black guys like more. Those are all bangers, dude. Who can win a boxing match? It's insane. The Christmas special of Trailer Park Boys is awesome. I love when they're in the church and Ricky's just, who's drunk and stoned right now? Everyone's putting up their hand. The pastor's like putting up their hand and like nice hockey from home. I like Squid Games, Alice in Borderlands, I think. And again, one's Korean, one's Japanese. I'm not just putting them all in one bubble. I'm just saying similar type of like crazy fucked up type of show. Definitely more of an Alice in Borderlands guy. But I did love Squid Games. Like I've watched it a couple times. I like both like Japanese and Korean like drama and like dark dramas like that. Almost like fantasy dark dramas. I mean, Parasite was one of the best movies I've ever seen. Having some New Year's Eve lamb, that sounds amazing. A roast or some chops? Nice hockey from home. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. Oh, JVD, I'm so stoked for you to watch Kenny versus Spenny. I saw them live and met them at like a meet and greet, and I posted a whole vlog about it, but Kenny Hotz, of course, struck the video down and then followed me on Twitter, and we've been talking since. He was just like, yeah, you know, just you showed too much of my show, and it's my show. He did say if you sent the video to me, I'd post it on my own channel, and I went, Kenny, that kind of defeats the purpose of me getting some views on my channel. And he's like, you'd probably like the concept of Mon Bazou. It's a funny trailer, trash French CAD game where you live off maple syrup, poutine, and weed. That sounds just up my alley. Ooh, a nice roast. I didn't see it, but I heard about it, Urban, and I'm devastated. He's been having such a good year too, and he had to face so much adversity last year, so that sucks. I hope the boys continue to play hard for him. Nice hockey from home. Ooh, a roast. I love lamb. Are you a male prostitute, Randall? Why are you dressed up as Bumblebee? And why are you dressed up as Indianapolis Jones? Yo, JVD Media with the $1 or with the £1 super sticker. I got to say pound because the pounds are worth more than US dollar right now, dude. So I got to give props to JVD. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It still just is so pumped. Guys, JVD was not a hockey fan before the World Juniors. He is now a hockey fan. The Black Cat. I love it. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. It's just been awesome connecting with you in the live streams here on the hockey side. And you know, you're one of the guys who's actually like watched the random Asian MMA leagues that I watched before we even linked up, because I think we met in musicals chats talking about Deep. So like shout out to JVD, guys. He's been supporting both my channels, and thank you so much for the donos. You also have a Black Cat. Why is lamb seen more favorable than veal? I eat animals, so I don't care much, but are the lambs treated better? I think they're treated better, and there is I want to say that there's just a more rich taste to it, but like I haven't had veal in a while. So you know what, Sean? You know what? I mean, I owe Sean beers anyways. Sean, we will put this to the test. Next time we hang out, we're getting some lamb, we're getting some veal, we're getting some beers, and we're gonna put that hypothesis to test. But the game's really about building your own BMW and Sugar Shack. Oh, I can't wait for you to go down the Kenny versus Spenny wormhole, dude. And I know one. I'm gonna like wake up one day. I'm gonna have like 5 missed messages from JVD on Discord, and I'm gonna be like, okay, he watched Kenny versus Spenny. I bought him in a house that didn't allow pets. He loved me too much and kept crying when I left and got caught. Unfortunately, oh no. Hey, Bobby, only had lamb once at Fogo. It is decent. Is it a decent at-home thing? Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but Bobby, you know what I do is I mix 30% ground lamb, 70% ground beef, add a little bit of onion powder, salt, pepper, and then I'll just and then I'll grill them, and then I'll grill it, and it's really, really good. Isn't veal baby cow? Veal's baby lamb, right? Oh, it's not baby lamb. No, you're right. It is baby cow. Jeez. So there you go. Haven't had veal in so long. No, you're right. You're right. Lamb is baby sheep. Veal, they keep calf locked in a small box where they can't move. He's with my auntie now with 3 other cats and dogs, so he's chilling. That's good. Yeah. I moved to a place and had to give up I had a cat in college. She was she lived in a house with like four boys, and she knew she was the top shit. She knew she ran that house, and she did. But yeah, she was a cool cat to have in college. She kept us in check, and all the girls that came over loved the cat. So I mean, it was and then by proxy loved us. So it was win-win. Lamb is great. I miss being a chef. I ate so much good shit. Yeah, because you were like legit chef, right? You were a sous chef, you said? I worked in a restaurant, but I worked in like a family restaurant for all 4 years. Yeah, all 4 years. I guess I went to high school for 5 years, but 4 years of high school when I was on the island. Dishwasher first year, then just the last 3 years worked in the kitchen. Like there was some decent stuff. It was mostly known for its breakfast joint, so I'd usually just have breakfast stuff all the time, but it was fun to be able to experiment. I would just like, I would ring up something, you know, something random with like the ingredients that I used, and then just, and then just go to town experimenting. I'm cooking stuffed turkey breast with Gouda and cranberry with black-eyed peas, turnip greens, cranberry sauce, and cornbread.
Oh my God.
I had to rub my belly. I love turnips. Sometimes I'll just bake them with a little butter and salt. By the way, we have over 1,000 people watching on Twitter right now, which means probably 800 of those are bots. But hey, the 200 that aren't bots, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, feel free to come over to YouTube. That's where our live chat is buzzing right now. You can vote in our poll question, and we're really trying to grow this channel. So come over. We're going to be doing more World Junior coverage throughout the tournament. We do Minnesota Wild watch parties, as well as the Wildly Informed Show and Judd's Buds we stream on this channel as well. Yeah, what are you guys cooking for dinner? I think I'm just gonna have breakfast for dinner. I got some potatoes I think I'm gonna roast. I got 2 eggs left. I got some tomatoes. I got some sausages. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, guys, we are back. Third period, Canada versus the United States. Look at that. That 20 minutes went by like that, boys. Talking about food. Chris Cushman came in at the right time. It would not be a City Life or an Isha stream without us talking about food. Am I right? Canada starting off this period on the power play, by the way, guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. Is this UFC? Happy New Year, dude. Rise and Decade was good. Rise and Decade was amazing, brother. Rise and Decade was amazing. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a little My internet just cut out for a bit. You probably saw me go in and out for a moment. But it looks like we're back. So give me 1 sec to get the stream back up and we're good. 18:36 on the clock. So if you didn't hear me, Chris, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. Happy New Year. What are you guys cooking up for New Year's tonight? Are you snacking on just some finger food? Are you cooking up a big meal? What are your guys' plans? Are you going out? What are your guys' plans for New Year's Eve here tonight in North America? As I know a lot of our friends overseas, they've already celebrated last night, especially the Japanese folks, the Aussies, and our boy JVD here in the chat. 18:39 on the clock, and a great job by the Americans for getting this puck back down the length of the ice. 32 seconds remain on the Canadian power play. $18:24. Canada back to the blue line. Jagger, the nice spinning pass in Canada. Shot. Oh no, pass up back door. Back in a one-timer from the blue line. That just goes wide. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Feeds that to center. Outside the circle, Canada shoots. Oh no, pass in Canada. The one-timer scores. Scores. He faked the shot. Pass cross ice to the left side. One-timer. Let's go. It is a 1-1 game with 8:02 on the clock, baby. 3 hours to go. Happy New Year. Let's go. It took them a while. It took them freaking 28 shots. I did a pork shoulder and made banh mi sandwiches. Holy shit, I love them. Dude, I love banh mi sandwiches. That sounds amazing. We did tomahawk steaks, broccoli, mushrooms, and baked potatoes. Everything great, man. Hope everyone is well. Guys, I got to give a big shout out to Chris Cushman. I am so thankful to have connected with Chris Cushman, in the online space here. He's a huge supporter of everything we do on this channel and my second channel. And he shares the same bloodthirst for violence as me. It's been awesome connecting with you this year, and thank you so much for all the support you've been showing all of our projects and ventures. Same goes for Gun Totin' Granny. Big supporter of the Sota Pod, and even jumps over into City Life streams every now and then, especially when I'm like streaming at like 3-4 a.m. I feel like there's like a boxing stream. Gun Totin' Granny up in the morning saying what's up. Reaper Jones as well. Urban, everybody in the chat here, appreciate you guys. Sean, longtime member of this channel. New Year's Day ball will drop in 27 minutes. Canada has trouble scoring. They probably should have picked more guys who are good at that kind of thing. Guy who hurt Spurgeon was suspended 9 times in the queue and twice in the AHL, I guess. What's his name? 17:33 seconds on the clock. And the Americans weaving, and a good job by Canada on the right side, separating the man from his puck. 17:25 on the clock. No way. Penalty? Wait, what's going on here? Canada's getting a penalty. Honestly, they got a gift going into the third period, so like I'm not even too mad at this, but Canada getting a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. He put the stick in his neck, dude. You can't do that. No, that was a good call. What'd I do, ref? What'd I do? I almost tried to take his head off. What did I do? Just hit the like. Gun Tone Granny, were you cooking up anything special for New Year's, or are you just hanging out watching hockey with the fam? So, if I missed any of your guys' comments, just comment them again. I know I froze for a minute there. Zachary Lheureux. I say that very French. Oh, yeah. 197 penalty minutes in Milwaukee. 48 points for the Admirals, though. 21 years of age. Dude, this is the new Tom Wilson. This is the freaking Frenchie Tom Wilson. All right, the Americans are trying to set up here. Zeev Buyum. Left side. And a nice centering pass, and Canada gets their sticks in there and corrals the passing lane. TSN announcer said, how hard is it to keep your stick on the ground? At least they're calling out the boys now, because sometimes the TSN broadcast is a little too biased towards Canada, and the States are trying to get this puck right in front of the net. Nice pass to the side, and a one-timer from the slot. That doesn't get through, in Canada diving, poking this puck out. Ever had to drop a YouTuber you used to love? Not that I used to love. $16.05. I didn't know all the shit about a certain MMA YouTuber for a while. And yeah. Fuck that guy, but we'll not get into it on this stream. Even before a lot of the things came out, there were some other things that occurred that I was like, yeah, this is messed up. And then more stuff came out, and yeah, so. Shot by the Americans in the slot and score! Nelson with the shot. Nelson with the shot. Yeah, some of the videos I thought were pretty funny, but this was like 2 years ago. And yeah. And then Guy was like saying some really mean things and gross things to some of my community. So I just was like, screw this guy. And then I found out more shit. And I'm like, yep, disgusting. Yep. Beautiful shot by Nelson in the slot. But I'm glad, even though that the whole MMA YouTube community as a whole is pretty crazy, JVD, it's the one thing they can all agree on is to try to get this guy off the platform. 15:36 on the clock. Free bird. Hey, TSN, I think TSN's way better than Sportsnet. But again, oh, you're Canadian. You like Sportsnet more than TSN? Tomahawks are solid, but they're like $30 to $50 at the store, right? Bala. Watching hockey and made wings. But as far as like a YouTuber I love, no, because far from that with that guy. 15:09 on the clock. He pretty much united everyone who hated each other. That's true. 15:59 on the clock. And the States are back up, and the States looking for a backhand shot of the slot again, and that goes wide. There have been some bands, though, JVD, that I used to support their music, and then I found out they were not good people, and so I stopped listening to them, or just stopped supporting them. $14:29 on the clock. I stopped using Instagram for a while because of a lot of shady stuff that they were doing. 14:21, and the Americans take a penalty here, and Canada's back on the power play. Crazy third period thus far. Crazy third period thus far. And a slashing call on the Americans. Oh, bro, that was... Oh, what a break. Weak call. Weak call. Again, I'm Canadian, and I'm saying that was a weak call on the Americans, dude. The guy hit the stick, and Canada dropped it. The Canadian kid dropped it, which, again, I would do that too. Try to draw the penalty. It's better than the Americans making their... knocking their heads back every time they get, hit in the back. But... Weak call, but hey, I'll take it. Come on, Canada, let's tie this up. What about you, JVD? Was there any YouTube channels that you saw grow and then you stopped watching for whatever reason? There's been some that I just have lost interest in, I guess. Oh, you know what? I'll say Nelk. When I was growing up, the old school Nelk pranks, I really like supporting them, Canadiana. And then, then it's just far from the old prank video. So I'll say Nelk. 14:15 on the clock. Canada has it left side. One timer to the right circle. Nice save. It's a nail biter, Hank. It's a nail biter. Canada on the power play. Back to the blue line. Left side. Shot of the slot. Nice save by Augustine. He's going to cover this one up. We're going to have another face-off. So, Hank, Canada just tied it up. Then the States went up. And then the States took a penalty. And now Canada's back up. We are back on top, baby. Again, big shout out to everybody watching us on whatever platform you're on. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, I encourage you to come over to YouTube, join our live chat here. We have over 1,000 people watching on YouTube, which means 800 of them are bots, and there's probably on Twitter, which means 800 of them are probably bots, and 200 are probably real. So for the 200 that are real, come over to our YouTube channel. Jack's Septicide, I can respect one thing. He was always a crypto liberal, and I always knew that I mostly grew out of him. But yeah, he got annoying and outward with the virtue signaling at one point. Cowan with it at the blue line. I recovers the trauma seeing Ruse loss. Oh, I know it sucked watching him lose, but it was a nice knockout by his opponent. That's catfish for you. 40 seconds on the power play. Canada outside that right circle. Back to the blue line. One-timer. Left side and the puck's in front. Digging for it. Canada gets it back. I thought it was actually pretty fun to watch. It was a beautiful knockout. I mean, I like watching him fight, but like the knockout outweighs, me liking the fighter fight. It was a beautiful knockout. Sakuraba's was crazier. And then who's that other one whose leg went limp and everyone was saying early stoppage? And then we saw the replay and we're like, oh nope. I actually like Schwab below the belt until I realized he literally just repeats everything Luke Thomas takes. I was the right age for Tate grooming until the traffic. Yeah. 12:39. I always thought he was kind of a clown. Left side. Canada can't get the shot off, and here comes the Americans. 2-on-1 for the Americans, shorthanded. 2-on-1s for the Americans, shorthanded. Did a great job by Canada getting that left stick in. 12:21 on the clock, and a shot, and off the post. Canada off the post in the slot. 4 shots on the power play. The Americans kill it. 12 minutes and 14 seconds. 31 shots for Canada. I don't know, Hank, you kind of been missing a lot of the chat. We've been talking about food on Thanksgiving. We've been talking about YouTube channels. We've been talking about hockey. The whole 9 yards. Kenny versus Spenny, of course. 11:50 Trailer Park Boys. 11:55 on the clock. The Americans having trouble getting into the Canada zone. Nice pass to center. Shot. And a beautiful save by George. This freaking game, ladies and gentlemen. Going to a commercial break, and that's a good thing. I need a freaking paper bag right now, boys. I need a paper bag. Dude, in Canada, a lot of my friends fell for the freaking PCP party or the PPC party. And they're the reason Trudeau got his last term. They all fell for the PPC shit. And they didn't even win a fucking seat. If you know, you know. Split all a certain party's votes. I would say yes, because even people in his own cabinet are asking for him to step down. Anyways, context, Hank, were there YouTube channels that you followed that you loved that you let go? And my one I would say was Nelk. I watched old school Nelk pranks growing up when they were like touring Canada and the States, and they've just become just kind of a bro culture brand, which I, at 30 years old now, and when I was in college in mid-20s, it was appealing, but now it's like, I can't watch Rogan anymore. Same. I don't really watch much Rogan other than the fighter interviews much anymore. He used to be awesome. I loved when Greg Proops was on the show, right? Now, I don't think Rogan would ever allow Greg Proops in his site. 11:37. If you watch up to like 2018, really good. Between 2015 and 2018, hilarious. College bro pranks, right? After that, it just kind of... Pranks didn't make you money on YouTube anymore. There's a million reaction channels I used to like who got politics pilled in the last couple of years became insufferable. Yeah. A lot of them are like that, man. A lot of them are like that, unfortunately. But that's why sports is my entertainment now. Over pretty much all. 11:26 on the clock. And people are saying sports is getting too political, whatever. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid, or don't feel like they're offering you the Kool-Aid. Just watch the sport for what it is. Enjoy the sport for what it is, whatever it is. Hockey, lacrosse, combat sports. And enjoy the escape. Enjoy the escape. Enjoy the entertainment. Enjoy the beauty that is the skill that these athletes put on. Glass half full, baby. It's a good life. It's a good life. See, I knew you would say that. That's why I went on that little caveat there at the end. Don't feel like you have to be offered the Kool-Aid. Just enjoy the sport for what it is. One person isn't going to make a difference protesting or watching it, right? You're neither evil nor good for watching or turning away from it. And we have a big hit by Canada, and there's a scrum here. The American coming in hot in front of the goaltender. Canada pushes him away, falls, hits the boards, and the Americans come right back to aid their player, and we got a scrum. And we're going to have a penalty here, 11:08. JVD, the vast majority of channels would be better if they just shut the fuck up about politics, especially kid ones like Jack. 100%. Oh, poor Idaho. I can't stand Penn State. Hockey, football. Yeah, and that was a hooking call from Canada. That was a hooking call from on Canada. Yeah, he hit the glove. I'm perfectly fine with that call. Man, I'm just going to say, I'm patting myself on the back right now. I have been not that biased. I've been calling out weak calls on the States. I've been agreeing with calls on Canada. You guys can't see it, but I'm dying inside right now. Power play for the United States, 11 minutes on the clock. $34 shots to 23 for Canada. Face off to the right of George. Canada with it behind the net, trying to poke this up the boards, and they get it. Canada sends it the length of the ice. The States are going to have to reset. 10 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. The Americans over the blue line, left side, they halt. Banks it back. Left side, back to the blue line. Aggressive penalty here for Canada. Dude, you better not whack. Okay, there's my bias coming out. One of the Canadian defenders straight up whacking at the American defenseman. Now, and a pass from behind the net to center doesn't hit, and this is going to go the length of the ice. 10:22 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not really a podcast, but I used to watch every interview Dana would do. Now I can't listen to him. Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher. But you're my age, creepy college. So like we grew up with the old school with hair Dana White. Canada with the 2-on-1 shorthanded was unable to get that shot off. The Americans are now in the Canadian zone. USA to the blue line, setting up. Hagens was looking for the shot there, but instead faked the shot to try to pass cross ice to set up the one-timer. Was unable to do so. Puck goes the length of the ice, and here comes Zeev Buyam. Zeev Buyam drops back. And the Americans do this every single time, and a shot hit the goalpost. That's the second post the Americans have hit. Time winding down on this power play. 5 seconds on the power play. 9 minutes remain in the period. Glad the boys won that one for Spurgeon, or winning that one for Spurgeon. No, ladies. 8:58. Canada has just under 9 minutes to tie this. It's been tough to score goals in this game, guys. And it's crazy. When they come in pairs. At least this period. And the Canadians offside. Dude, the crowd is going crazy at the Canadian Tire Center right now. I thought Yaman would bring on the ladies. Well, you know the storyline behind him, right? He was so open and honest back in the day. And now he's like, he claims he's open and honest, but he's just spewing lies. Power Slap gets more views than the NBA, Premier League, NHL combined. The Yaman fight, I think, and Dalbeck was that, and the second heavyweight fight of the night. The Kim and Ueda, that was an awesome fight, and the Dalbeck and Yaman fight was incredible. All right, TV timeout, guys. Just over 8 minutes remain in this third period. Yeah, Power Slap sucks. Man, all these Marvel movies are so silly. Harrison Ford is now a Red Hulk. Like, what is going on? I just hope his simping would put him back on track. Hey, after that performance, win or lose, how can you not swoon over Yaman? Dude, my hands are literally sweating. I can't even type, bro. 8 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, and the Americans have the puck behind the Canadian net. Canada picks the pocket, and here come the Canadians up the left side. They exit the zone. Cross ice pass, but could not control that was Canada, but Canada does get the puck into the American zone. They have it in the corner, and a shot from the circle doesn't get through. Another shot from the slot, and even Canada didn't know where that was. They retrieve it, though, right side. Cross ice, blue line. Shot on net, rebound, the Americans get it. Running on like 3 hours of sleep. You got more than me. I got one. Oh my God. And Cowan laid a hit. And Canada's going to go back to the box. And Cowan looks at the camera and goes, "Hit that like, everybody." I got to see the replay on this one. Like, I feel like I've been pretty unbiased. Oh, yeah, that's a bad fucking hit there. What is this guy thinking? That's a bad fucking hit. Pushed him right into the boards, dude. Yeah, that's not a good hit. Yep. That's just a stupid play by Cowan. One cheese and rice. Yeah, I slept from 10 a.m. to 11 today. Hopefully in bed before 3 today. That's the goal. But I got a lot of work to do after this. I got 4 podcasts to edit and 2 video podcasts to edit before bed. 7:51 seconds on the clock. 2 for this channel and podcast feed though, by the way. So you guys are gonna go to bed and or wake up with 2 new podcasts. 7:51 on the clock in the States. Back on the power play. Oh man, this is just friggin' Sweden and the Czech Republic all over again here. Canada shooting themselves in the foot, not allowing themselves to get time to tie this. Zeev Buium racing into the Canadian zone. Left side, pumps the brakes, back to the circle, back to Buium. Buium on the wall. Buium goes back to the blue line, sends it back up the left side. Is he going to shoot? No, back to Buium. Buium right side. Shot from the circle. Nice save by George. And a rebound shot from the right side. Canada gets the second rebound, diving and sends that puck the length of the ice. 1 minute and 16 seconds on the clock. Gauthier pokes that at the line and sends his puck back down the length of the ice. I will say Canada's PK is awesome. The Wild could learn a thing or two. Speaking of, but that's not going to win you the game here when you're down 1, bro. You got to stay off the PK. And a shot by the Americans. That doesn't get through. Canada tried to clear. Zeev Buium gets it. Sends it to the right side. And the Americans score. Oh, my God. Canada has no one to blame for but themselves. Cohen with that stupid penalty, man. Stupid penalty. The Americans capitalize on it. Good on them. This is huge for the Americans. This is huge for the Americans. This is pretty much the dagger. 6 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock, and goals have been tremendously hard to come by in this game. Canada dug themselves a hole with these penalties, man. And honestly, like the softer calls came on the Americans. Canada was given a gift to start this period up a man. Wow. That's Cole Eiserman with the goal there as well. Let's see. Yeah, Cole Eiserman. And Canada in front. Rebound. Save by Augustine. Second shot. Rebound. Puck goes the length of the ice. Canada has it at their own blue line. They're going to reset. Easy money, boys. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. I did bet on the Americans, but I'm not happy. Like, this is dirty money. I'll probably wipe my ass with this money, to be perfectly honest. 6 minutes on the clock. I hate these win-win scenarios. It's not win-win. I still feel like we lost. Even though I'm going to cash out. 5 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Canada in the neutral zone. Nice little chip ahead to Bonk. And the refs are going to say that was offside. Another TV timeout here. Final 5 minutes of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Canada down 2 to the Americans. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Can they make a comeback? Or do you think with goals being so hard to come by in this one that it's good night, Jim Kites? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. My whole timeline is wild stuff. I swear, nobody I follow on Twitter is watching this game. Buenos noches. I saw they were giving USA the points and I knew better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Canada has not looked good in this tournament. Like, they have the skill, right? We've seen a lot of skilled plays, a lot of really nice shots, a lot of really nice passing plays, but they just have not been able to put together. There's not a lot of synergy with this team. There's not many standouts. I mean, guys, for the first time, maybe since last year, but I don't even think since last year, Canada's not even in the top 10 of scoring right now in this tournament. It's Sweden and the Czechs, funny enough. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, sis. I have no idea what you're talking about. 5 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. What are you up to this evening, sis, for New Year's? He ran so far away. Again, I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. But it's good to see you. I have no idea what you're talking about. 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. I hate you. I hate you, Denial, and Andrew A. I hear you. I got to work after this. 5 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. 37 shots for Canada, 27 for the States. 5 minutes to score 2 goals, ladies and gentlemen. Or 5 minutes to defend. Tighten up your defense. Just chilling. Did you end up watching the rest of Ryzen last night? 4 minutes and 56 seconds. Canada in the slot. Nice nifty play by Canada. Rebound. As Brody Zemer's lost his stick, but he's trying to kick that puck out. 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. And the Americans come in offside. We're going to have a face-off outside the Canadian zone. I might hit the bottle a few times, but I don't even drink really. And yeah, I watched. I just... You give it a 7.5 out of 10? See, I give it a 9 out of 10. If Super Ryzen 3 was an 11 out of 10, I give that a 9 out of 10. There was one fight that was... The rest were awesome, in my opinion. 8.5 minimum for me, but glad you enjoyed the show. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. It was really good, but being half awake probably took away from it. Fair enough. For some reason, I was fully, I was wide awake. I didn't fade at all. The chat was super buzzing, though, and I had the perfect amount of caffeine to keep me going. 4 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Canada behind the net. Here's their breakout. Canada left side. Canada trying to find their man at center, and that bounces behind the net and around. Canada sent that back in, and that tip went wide. Canada again shooting on net. Puck's on net, boys. Puck's on net. And the Americans send this back down the ice. Canada going to regroup. You're going to stream exactly at New Year's? If so, take a shot with you. I don't... Maybe I'll just go live while I'm working. I've never done that before and just delete the stream after. I don't know. A lot of people just do general streams. I don't, but maybe I'll do that for New Year's. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. So that's a possibility. It'll be on City Life, not on this channel though. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Canada, right side. I listen right now when I'm working. Oh, cheers, Kenny. Appreciate you, buddy. 3 minutes on the clock. Canada, shot. High off the glass. Canada still has it on the right side. When do they pull their goaltender? I know there's 3 minutes on the clock here, but oh, it's over. Canada just took another penalty. Pinelli took a penalty. It's over. Dude, I bet Storm King on my game today I beat Storm King on my game today on Expert World. I can die happy now. Shit was insane. Hey, congratulations. Elbowing. These guys playing like this is the WHL in the 80s. Yeah, follow through with the elbow. Just stupid plays here, man. Stupid. Finish your check while you're lifting your elbow up. I had that rise and shame on last night the whole time I was sleeping. Oh, thank you, Scott. Fell asleep to the ASMR Isha talking about fights at 6 a.m. You could fire randomly and watch a JCS, the murder mystery with us. I know you would enjoy them. All right, all right. Same here. Also fell asleep to it around 5 a.m. my time. It was awesome having you guys in the stream. And Rude, man, didn't know that Rude was a hockey fan. And now Rude's found this channel, is hanging out with us here. So it's super cool to see the crossover between City Life and the Sota Pod guys. Potential bench miner? Oh, thank goodness. Bench miner from the Americans. This is a godsend. This is a godsend. Okay, so because it was pretty much offsetting at that point, it's going to remain it would remain 5-on-5. Canada's pulling their goaltender. 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock. I'm a DGen through and through. I'm like the doctor on dirty work. It definitely was rising, though, in my house last night. Tis why I couldn't be in the chat. I indeed was in. The refs are trying to figure out what's going on here. Is this 4-on-4? Is it 5-on-5? Canada needs to know because they need to know what players need to be on the ice in what situation. Dude, the Americans coach there, his expression is a reflection of all of our expressions trying to figure out how these refs operate in the IIHF. I just can't believe you've never seen that Twitter post, but I guess your Twitter is all MMA. My Twitter has random shit. I get all kinds of random. I only see hockey and MMA on my Twitter. Because before I even got back into MMA, it was just hockey. I was doing hockey radio. I had a podcast network. So it's hockey, MMA, and I think that's it. Okay, so 6-on-5. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. I know, I gotta get a haircut. Your hair's getting wild, just knows growing it out. You're the next Shawn Michaels. I've always grown it out until I've had to be in a wedding party or some sort of event. So I'll probably cut it soon. I've just been lazy. 2 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock. But yeah, it's freaking long now. And Canada going to the net. They miss. 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Canada, blue line. And a great job by the United States picking the pocket of Dickinson and sending this puck the length of the ice, and it misses the net. This season looks like it's taken years off old Bruno's life. An adult actress, I love Twitter. Canes and CBJ headed to overtime after CBJ scored late. Nice. Oh my God, that just missed the post. Haircuts, that's not something I do. Usually I grow my hair out for a year or sometimes even 2, and then I'll cut it. But I cut it last time, and my hairdresser was super cool. It was affordable, and I might go back. So, I gotta find Sis' burner account. I mean, anyone want a bacon cheeseburger? Dude, I could go for some food right now. I think I might just drown my sorrow with some Quick Trip and get fat like these Americans. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. I mean, if Canada comes back in here, even just to tie it, and if they lose in overtime, would be a moral victory. Can't see it happening, guys. Can't see it happening. Poor Canadians coming to these live events in Ottawa, seeing them lose to Latvia and now the United States. Hey, at least you guys have Quick Trip. It's better than Tim Hortons. And the Americans score off the draw, send it down the length of the ice, and it is all over. I tip my cap. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what's up, Patty the Fatty? Did you see what Denial posted in Discord? Ryan Leonard getting the goal. I just had to do YouTube vaccine training, and it's the most dystopian shit I've ever seen. I don't even know what that is. I saw on your channel you were doing some like audits, right? I'm not gonna lie, some guilty pleasures of mine are watching some of these like First Amendment audits or like Canada rights and charter rights and freedom audits. Again, guilty pleasures. I don't have the balls to go do that, but they're very entertaining. You know, I remember when I first subbed to your channel, I was like, oh shit, JVD doing some audits. America is on a roll, dude. They won the gold last year, and they're on their way to do it again here. Cass Nasty's carrying my YouTube recommended right now. He's killing it. He had that kid, and he's like, I need that funny money. 1 minute and 34 seconds on the clock. Great work by Augustine tonight, too, guys. Great work by Augustine. Play offside, and Bonk and Leonard having some words. .125 remain in the third, and at this point, it's just like, let the clock wind down. No, Mike Johnson said it on the broadcast here. Whenever Canada had something going in the game, they shot themselves in the foot, man. They shot themselves in the foot. Just like the Czechs did against Sweden. Hey, at least the Wild one, especially since one of their players got like hit pretty dirty, knee on knee slew foot, and had to be like carried out off the ice, their captain. They played well for Spurgeon. Right, JVD? Dude, I'm telling you, the dark hole that is Instagram, I would argue it's even worse than YouTube. That's why I hate that app so much. 50 seconds on the clock. Canada looking for one last rush for pride, ladies and gentlemen. And a shot on net. That goes up and wide. 34 seconds on the clock. The Americans have it. They send it back to the neutral zone. 26 seconds on the clock. Before Elon took it over, I would still say Instagram was worse. Now they're both cesspools. 10 seconds on the clock. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Americans walk away with this one. GG. GG to all my coworkers here, fellow creators on the Sota Pod YouTube channel, and everybody watching. It was a competitive game until Canada just wanted to take stupid penalties. Oh, okay, 2.9 seconds left, but it is all over, ladies and gentlemen. It is all over. And that is it. USA takes this one, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1. The Freebird goal song, though, I swear, immaculate vibe. Immaculate vibe for the United States. Freebird Oh, like that's some pumping shit, dude. I really like that goal song for the States. Oh, here we go with another circus. I think things are bad. Imagine being we think things are bad. Imagine being a Nashville fan. My God. I don't even know why Wild fans think things are bad. Like, you're injured. Put it this way. Minnesota Wild fans had no expectation of their team making the playoffs this season. They had a really good start to the season, got injured, came back down to earth, and now suddenly Wild fans think that like it's the end of the world. It's like, guys, coming into the season, no one thought that they'd even make the playoffs. So that's why I just roll my eyes at, like, again, the vocal minority on social media who want to like burn the X to the ground. That's Leonard Skinner, man. How cool of a goal song is that? How cool of a goal song is that? Put it this way, I don't even know Canada's goal song because I haven't heard them score enough. Look at us now. Could you imagine back-to-back World Juniors, Reaper Jones? All right, I will stay on for the American national anthem here. I'm not just gonna leave like I did against Sweden and friggin' the Czechs. Who was player of the game for Canada? The goalie? Because he didn't try to kill guys? Will you be my... I think, no, that... I don't think that's the one this year. That was in 20... I want to say 16, 17? That was an immaculate vibe as well, and that's the reason that team starched the competition that year. I don't think Canada lost a game. They destroyed everybody. Hey, baby. Ooh. I want to know... Will you be my girl? I mean, they still are. They still are. And again, this is just the round robin. This is just the round robin. Watch them come into the quarterfinals and leave no doubt, bitches. Okay, Yager getting the player of the game for Canada. Yeah, so that good. They could be in the winter. Oh, no, they will be in the Winter Olympics, dude. Dude, the States are probably going to win the Olympics. They have better goaltending than Canada on the men's side. Kane CBJ headed to shootout. Who has better shootout players? Betting my house on what you say. Ooh, the Canes. The Canes. Definitely Carolina. And Augustine getting player of the game for the States. Yep, he had a great game. Hell yeah. No, and NHL players are back, are allowed back in the Olympics. Come in the quarters and leave. All right. I need the Canes. Yes. Live is Life by Opus. I don't like it. Is this some country song? That's why they're losing. Reaper bucked the Canes, bro. Oh, man. Oh my God. No way. All right, listening into the United States national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. You know what? It was crazy to see Latvia's national anthem when they beat Canada. I've never heard Latvia's national anthem before. And the Brass Bonanza wasn't nice. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who donated in this stream. Again, JVD with the double donos. Thank you so much, brother. Scott Young with the $5 as well. I'll be fine, guys. I'll be fine. There's still a lot of work to do for the boys here if they want to win gold, but they've had a pretty damn good preliminary round. They've had a good round robin. I mean, the only loss the Americans had was against Finland in a very, very close game that saw them go into overtime. I mean, Finland played a better game against them than Canada. Canada just undisciplined, man. That's what it came down to. The Russian anthem is pretty great, but when the players sang it, it's pretty rough. Yeah, when Ovi sings it 13 Coronas in, it's pretty wild. Ooh, have fun with that one. Hey. Credit where credit is due. They stayed composed. They took advantage of Canada's stupid penalties, and they won the game. Tomorrow, guys, there are no World Junior Games, but we'll quickly look ahead here. We'll quickly look ahead at what's coming up. So January 2nd is when the quarterfinals start. Canada fat lanes, they're not big enough. That's the thing. They're not big enough. They need to fatten up. They need to eat a little bit more poutine. All right, guys. So coming up, I guess IIHF hasn't updated this yet. But on the 2nd, we'll have the relegation game. So to see who's going to stay in the World Juniors next year, we have Germany, Kazakhstan, and then we have all 3 of the quarterfinal games on the 2nd. Then we have 1 day off, January 4th semifinals. And then the 5th, we have the finals bronze medal game. And of course, the gold medal game. So to wrap up the games here today, the US beat Canada 4-1. Sweden beats the Czechs 4-2. And you know what's crazy? The Czechs, they could have put up a better fight if they stayed disciplined. Canada could have put up a better fight if they stayed disciplined. Switzerland remains in the World Juniors, beating Kazakhstan and Finland with a great win over a tough team. I can't believe I'm saying that, but a tough team, Latvia. They ain't getting no after that loss. On the same age, I can make that joke. Oh. I didn't eat her pussy. I had more than enough to eat at home. Shout out to Rob Ford, the greatest mayor of all time. Do you know that reference, JVD? Do you guys know that reference? I don't think I can show a lot of it on YouTube, but let's just say the mayor of Toronto, the former mayor of Toronto, rest in peace, based. Just oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have fun watching these. You're gonna have fun watching these. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Oh my god, I've got more than enough to. I can't believe he died. He seems so healthy. His brother is actually, he's not mayor, but he's in politics as well in Ontario. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to get back to work. Thank you so much for joining us here for more World Junior coverage. We will be back on the 2nd for the quarterfinals. We'll be covering the semifinals. And of course, we will be covering the gold medal game as well as the bronze medal game. Thank you to everybody who joined me on my 2nd channel all weekend covering combat sports. 46 years old, I would guess 55, but when you smoke crack, that's what happens. I will post my streaming schedule for both the World Juniors and the City Life probably tomorrow, guys. We're going to fit in a membership stream either Wednesday or Thursday. And yeah, just big shout out to everyone who joined us this weekend. Happy New Year to everybody watching. 2 more hours here, Central Time. 1 more hour if you're out east until the ball drops, until the clock strikes midnight, and we bring in 2025. Oh, Canada. My New Year's resolution is to learn how to do UFC. That's not wrestling, as Hoppy would say. That's it for this stream, guys. We will see you back on this channel live on the 2nd. And we will likely see you tomorrow on City Life for a membership stream. And a lot of you on City Life will be there for your first membership stream. We'll dive into some crazy MMA stories. We will react to some highlights. And on this channel in the new year, we plan on doing regular membership streams and content for you guys as well. Big shout to Scott for handing out memberships for City Life. And big shout to Sean Cosgrove for just being a member without any perks of this channel, supporting the boys. And Spoke Z pretty much. Thank you guys so much. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.